calf, we may get a preemie calf that is going to die soon after.
Hi.
Hey, I've just got cell service. You want me to turn around and come back?
Please, it's bad. He's not getting up. I think he broke his back trying to jump out.
Okay, I'll be there in a minute. Bye.
My days are usually scheduled from sun up to sundown and after sundown sometimes. It becomes a lot of balls to juggle, but I wouldn't have it any other way. My name is Angela Clark. I am a large animal veterinarian, and I have been practicing in Montana for 15 years.
Now we are on our way to do a terminal C-section on a cow. Hopefully find a live calf. So I'm gonna do a nerve block on her right now, so she doesn't feel this.
We had a lot of those calves last year.
So this cow went down on Friday and today is Wednesday, so she's been down, not able to stand on her own for several days now. And like typically when they go down like that, it's a nerve injury, and so she physically can't stand up. She had been trying, but she can't. So the owners have been packing water and food to her and picking her up with the tractor and trying to put weight on her legs and trying to get her to stand, and it just hasn't worked out. And now she's been down so long, she's developed pneumonia and starting to get a fever, and so the only option for maybe saving one of them would be to try to do a C-section, a terminal C-section on that cow, which is what we just performed. That calf was probably 2 to 3 weeks premature, maybe a month premature. Her teeth weren't quite all developed. She was good and haired up, and she was in the birth canal sitting in the proper position. So she was getting close to being born, but she was too premature to be able to breathe on her own. So her heart was beating, she was kicking when she came out, but we just couldn't get her to breathe on her own. So unfortunately, we lost both of them, the cow and the calf, but at least we gave that calf a little fighting chance, because the cow was going to be put down either way. These bulls are getting ready for a sale, and so we have to make sure that they are fit to breed cows. This herd I've already tested once, and the ones we're doing today are just retests that maybe they didn't collect very well, so I didn't get a very good sample. The motility was pretty low the first time. Maybe it was a clean out collection, and then there was a couple with semen infections that we've been treating. So. In there. It was also very cold today. It's 18 degrees. The first time we checked them 2 weeks ago, I think we were close to 30 degrees. So today we're seeing a little bit more cold shock in the sperm, but we just kind of account for that. With breeding season rolling right now, I'm usually in the barn by 5:30 in the morning, checking mares, ordering semen, and then I go up to the house and get my kids up and get them breakfast and lunches made, and then to the bus by 7:10. And then I quickly try to clean up the house as much as I can, do a little laundry, little dishes, get myself ready, do some books, make some callbacks, and then usually in my truck by 8:30 and running out on calls all day. And my kids get home about 3:50, and so I'm here to get them off the bus. If I have an emergency or something that needs to be taken care of later, then we go back out on calls and then do homework and get to bed and try to do it again the next day. I mean, it's a great lifestyle for me. It's a great lifestyle for my kids. It teaches them hard work, and hopefully they grow up to be, hard workers themselves. So we're on our way to put a uterine prolapse back in a cow. This heifer was first calf heifer. She was having a hard time calving. The owner pulled the calf, and after he got the calf out, she kept contracting and kept pushing, and her whole uterus prolapsed out. So we are being called out to help this heifer out and put her uterus back in, and it's kind of a bloody, poopy project. So you're gonna see it's gonna be quite messy. So that went really well, and I think that it went so well because the owner called right after it happened, and so that uterus hadn't been out very long, so it wasn't very swollen. Went back in pretty darn easily. I think that heifer's gonna do just fine.
So my horse work is pretty much year-round. It's just different things that I do in different seasons. So right now we're in spring, which means breeding season. And I do a lot of dentals on horses, so floating, and that's usually in the spring too. I do quite a few castrations in the spring as well, which we're gonna do one today.
Oh, come on. We're gonna have to roll him. Yeah. Oh, Brad. So I'm about to castrate this yearling so that he can't reproduce anymore or at all. There's your crunch, Jenny. The same side. So every time before I crimp, I have to say nut to nut, nut to nut to make sure it's on the right. We just finished gelding that colt, and now we're going to do some dentals on some older horses and do some spring vaccinations and some workings.
Get it?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Babies. Hi, my babies.
She's a fancy horse.
What's up, Fran?
Those animals are the livelihood of the clients. And so when they're losing one of their calves or have to put a cow down or, something like that, I try pretty hard to, make it the best thing for the animal. And I know that is the best thing for them at that point. And so it's that emotion as well that you have to kind of help and support the people through, and just know what they're going through helps a lot.
I know.
And he must have jumped the fence. He can't move his back now. It's like he's paralyzed. And his stomach's making all kinds of noise.
Gonna put him down.
Yeah, definitely. Thank goodness you're here. I really appreciate it.
Gosh, I'm sorry, Mark. This is terrible.
It's okay, big guy. It's okay, Brady. It's okay. Be good boy. Good boy. Good boy. I'm sorry, Jack. It's okay. I just like this. It's okay, big guy. It's gonna be all right.
There's an emotional loss to every animal that dies. I've had to, over the years, kind of sort my own emotions out from that and make it strictly, about the animal and what's best for the animal. And so I'm pretty good at kind of holding my emotions in, but I know that these situations are very stressful and very emotional for owners. And so that's kind of a delicate fine line. You have to be supportive, and you have to be kind of the strong one to help the clients through it.
So that's not how our days usually go, but you never know what's going to happen. With horses, you expect the unexpected. So seeing it laying out there, the fact that it's a first calf heifer, so they have a smaller pelvis, they're smaller in general, so it sometimes if there's a really big calf, it's hard for them to have it, which is what was happening here. Calf was presenting right, 2 front legs and a nose. So we didn't have to go in and manipulate the calf and move it around at all, but we needed to help her get it out because there's no way she could push that big calf out. No purchase.
You doing good?
So my main concern after we got the calf out was that she wasn't going to get up. So when a calf is sitting in the birth canal and on the pelvis for too long, it pinches off their obturator nerves and makes them go numb essentially in their back end, and then they can't stand. And some cows will never get up after that, and some it takes a little bit till they get their feeling back and then get up, but it's pretty important to get them up and get them standing soon after pulling a calf. It's a lie, I got a live one for you.
Every day I'm in my truck going to people's houses and ranches and farms, and they're welcoming me into their space and, you know, counting on me to help them with their animals or fix them or, you know, make them better. And it's a whole different kind of appreciation and trust you have with a client than when you're just a small animal vet and they bring the pet to you, and you know it's a little bit less personable. So I like the traveling, I like the scenery that's different every day. I love my patients, my clients are amazing because they allow me to do what I love to do every day.
See, this is why I like the people, the fruits of our labor. So sometimes when you go to people's places, they give you fresh homemade bread like this. It's super awesome. You get extra special care if you get treats. We also got water.
Some people go into veterinary medicine because they love animals. Well, 90% of it is the people, and it's the relationships that you build with the people. So yes, we are working on animals and helping animals, but if you don't have the relationships with the people, then you don't have a job.